Bu video Erasmus Plus, KA2 Stratejik Ortaklık Projesi kapsamında engeli olan bireylerin eğitim yoluyla topluma kazandırılması konulu çok uluslu projenin paydaşlarıyla yapılan röportajları içermektedir. Her birey engelli olmaya aday mottosuyla hazırlanan bu röportajların toplumda engellilik konusunda farkındalık oluşturacağını düşünüyorum. Herkese iyi seyirler.
Please introduce yourself and the organization you work for, please.
Hi, my name is Maya. I work for an organization of people with disabilities and their friends Erasmus, and it's situated in Latvia.
Okay. What does your organization do for the benefit of the disabled, or what is your organization is set up for, basically?
So our organization mainly works for four working directions. So one of them is the main working direction is accessibility for people with disabilities, and also physical environment accessibility, but also we are talking about attitudes towards people with disability and their well-being in general. The second direction is employment, where we have employment agency where people can come and try to find work, and we train them how to write a CV, how to behave in the job interview, etc. The third direction of our work is social services, where we provide rehabilitation services for severely disabled children as of rehabilitation outside Latvia, which they can get in our country. And also we're providing a babysitting service for families in order to give some free time to the parents, because if a family has a very severely disabled child, it's kind of a work 24/7, so we provide these babysitters for parents to have a free time for themselves. And the fourth working direction is universal design, which is slightly connected also with accessible environment, but mostly we are trying to show to government and local municipalities that when using universal design approach in every topic, in every scheme or every planning document, then we can drive for the better world and better services for not just people with disabilities, but also for other social groups at risk.
Well, from what you say, I can see that your organization do great jobs for the benefit of the disabled living in your country, and they are quite lucky for having an organization like yours. I can tell you from what you say. By the way, what is your organization's role in the integration through learning project, please?
Our role in this project is to, in cooperation with other partners, to develop all intellectual outputs, and also to provide training for the target group which we are working with, and mainly focus when developing the EM module. We focus mostly on people with visual impairments.
Lastly, what is your wish for the disabled on the World Day of the Disabled, please?
First of all, I want to congratulate everyone, because 3rd of December is a day when we can raise different questions and problems regarding our life. And of course, be strong and fight for your rights and fight for your well-being in the world.
Thank you much. A private question, what is your impression, or what are your feelings for working with Adıyaman University in this project?
It's always a pleasure to work with the new partners, and I would say that the best impression, and I think you are doing a very good job and doing it very professionally.
Okay, thank you very much, Marie.
On the behalf of my organization, Mestrapo Santa Tarragona from Spain, I would like to congratulate all of us with the Day of Disability. For us, it is not only one day when we have to think about the rights of people with disability. Well, the 3rd of December, that is not the only day when we should think about the rights of people with disabilities. That is one of the days of the year when we do something to help people with disability to be with us, to do the same things, to work together and to study together.
Thank you very much, Olena. Could you tell us what does your organization do, especially for the benefit of the disabled people, please?
Mestrapo Sanfa Tarragona, that is a federation. Federation means that there is umbrella organization of 16 associations of people with disabilities. Our federation consists of associations, for example, people with Parkinson or with Alzheimer or children with cancer. All of us together try to normalize life of people with disabilities. If it is a child, he has the right to study. If it is an adult, he has to continue his education and also find the place to work. It can be a mainstream enterprise, it can be a sheltered enterprise, or he or she can start his own business. And our associations work together to give them more opportunities to show their abilities, to show they are capable to do all of this.
Thank you very much, Olena. I know your organization is the main coordinator of this International Through Learning project. So, would you like to add anything to this point? I mean, whether it is easy or hard to be a coordinator, or are you happy with what you are doing?
Okay, perhaps I will start with the last question, if we are happy or not. I think that it is very important to have partners from different countries who have the same ideas, who have the same objectives, because if you know what you want to achieve, it is much better to decide how to do it. And actually, I think that we are lucky to have partners with different types of experience from different countries of the European Union and outside of the European Union, and we together can achieve whatever we plan. And actually during the project we have some intellectual outputs, and we think these intellectual outputs can be implemented in different countries of the European Union. I just would like to invite you to visit our website, that is itl-erasmus.eu, and see what you can find. If you are a teacher, perhaps you can find the teaching materials. If you are students, perhaps you can find some useful information for your thesis. If you are a representative of some city councils, perhaps you will find some interesting good practice cases to implement in your city. Take it, use it, and make your society, society means a university, a school, an office, a city council, a better place for a person with a disability.
Thank you very much. As being the coordinator, are you happy working with Adıyaman University and Adıyaman University's contribution to the project? Please.
As I have already said, we think that each partner contributes with its own expertise. And actually, Adıyaman University, that is help as a partner organization in organizing our activities to promote this project. It is really interesting to work with you. Your experience, sometimes it is different from the experience of our countries, but we are really thankful to your helpful contribution.
So you are hopeful that we will do our job best, or as good as expected?
Yeah, that was our expectation, that all of us will do our best to improve, first, the situation of people with disabilities, and second, to develop this project. And I think that these expectations have been totally met.
On behalf of the Adıyaman University, I can assure you that the dissemination work will be done as good as possible, or as best as possible, and then these expresses or these works will not stay here in a closed area and will be open for whole of the world. Hopefully, all the ideas and actions will be disseminated, I can assure you. Now, okay, lastly, what would you say for the disabled on the day of World Disability Day, please?
I would say that is not only the words to say on the day of disability. That is just the usual words to think about them every day. Think that all of us are different and all of us have different abilities and different capacities, and the task of each of us, a person with or without disability, change a word, a bit, little, but every day for better. And I think that if we do it every day and every minute, the world will be a better place to live.
Thank you, Ashana, for this interview. Thank you, Ash. And
Thank you, and have a good day.
Welcome everyone, my name is Monika Łuczak and I represent the Academy of Business and Health Science, private university which is located in central Poland in the city called Łódź. Our academy offers some faculties in field of medical allied studies as well as pedagogy faculties. We also possess independent department, the Center of European Educational Initiatives, which is focused on international cooperation. We collaborate with different institutions, educational and training institutions from Europe. As well as we offer some Erasmus Plus mobilities and pro-social activities. One of them is integration through learning project. We contribute to development of each intellectual output in this project, as well as we are responsible for quality assessment of each results. We were chosen as a quality coordinator in this project, and that's why we defined a set of quality criteria for each intellectual output. To be sure that those results are present current knowledge, and moreover they are practical, understandable and useful for our target groups. What more? Disability in our institution consists one of the crucial point in our policy. For example, we are quite young institution, but we still learn how to collaborate better with our students. For example, we provide some trainings to our academics, to our administrative staff and students. One of those trainings was focused on teaching Polish Sign Language. Another one was focused on raising awareness on disability issues. We have today International Day of People with Disability, and I would like to say something to you. I wish you strength, persistence and self-confidence, not to be afraid to fulfill your dreams. And remember one of our main rules of project: nothing about disability people without disability people. And I also would like to thank Adiyaman University for opportunity to take part in this conference, even if not in a person. Thank you for collaboration. I think that we would collaborate better in future initiatives. Best regards from Poland. Thank you.
Dear Alfred, would you please introduce yourself and the organization you are working for, please? Thank you.
Okay, I'm Alfred Blasi. I'm a computer programmer and I work in a company where the majority of the people, 95–98%, have disability. But in this company we provide a lot of services for different companies and for different cities, and all the people work in the normal way and nobody knows that we are disabled.
Well, it is amazing what you said, Alfred. That 97% of the workers who are working for the company are disabled.
Yes, yes.
How do you cope with this this big problem, this enormous problem? How do you manage?
But this is not a problem.
All those people with disabilities. It is a wonder for us, actually.
Yeah, but for example, when the people with disability is a characteristic. Is only this. Is not a problem. You say a big problem. No, it's not the problem. The problem is that the people with disability don't find a job. But if they find a job, they are the best workers. And we supply with technology the possible, you say, problem, okay, the characteristic that have the person. For example, in my city, we control, one of the services are the bus system. All the bus drivers in the city have disability. All of them, 100%. But not only this, all the mechanics of the buses, all the people who clean the buses, all the people who take care of the place where we put the buses, and the people who are in the Central Control Center. I'm director of the Central Control Center, and my specific job is, when we have a new service, find the people and then check which technology can put in the computers or in the place that we want to control and we want to do the service for the people with disability doing the normal way.
Well, in fact, you entrust people's lives living in this city, because you said bus drivers, mechanics or other technicians are disabled too. So, I mean, how can you trust people's lives to people with disability? I mean, how do you do that? How do you manage? How do you have that confidence in the job you do? I just wonder that your confidence, because I mean, being a bus driver, being a disabled bus driver in a public transport should be a hard job to do. I mean, from an able person's point of view.
No, it's not harder than the rest of the people. They work in a normal place, in normal conditions, but the only difference is that the salary of the people who work in our companies have higher salary than the rest of the companies, because our company generates a lot of benefits. A lot of benefits because we are the best providing services, and then the companies and the city councils pay for us for our services. That means that the companies generate a lot of benefits, and these come back to the workers.
So you say, Alfred, your company actually makes profit instead of loss. Thinking that working with disabled people, your company earns money.
Yeah, we can say,
and redistribute that money, extra money, to its workers.
Of course.
So, I mean, usual impression, expectation is that working with disabled should cause losing money for the company, but the company should still keep its operations for the benefit of social responsibility.
Yes.
But you say you do not need to do that, because your company can actually earn money, make profits, and give its workers a better payment, better opportunities.
Yes.
Well, that is amazing.
But not only have higher salaries, the company pay much more for when they are retired. Okay,
retirement payment.
Yes. We will have much more than the rest of the people, because the company pay more, and after to share this money with the workers under the payments, and after the new investments, the benefits every year can be 12 millions of euros in one city that have 110,000 people, our city. Imagine how we are very good workers, and I'm sure that if one person with disability, the company put the conditions that he needs, he can do a normal job and better job than the rest of the people. Because usually the people with disability arrive to have a disability after a disease or after an accident or after a bad situation, but before they were workers. That means that when you know how difficult it is to find a job when you have a disability, when you have a job that you can work in a normal way for to be included in the normal society, you valorate much more the job. And then you are much better worker.
Well, Alfred, your company is a model company, not for your country. I think it's a model company even for the world. your company should get a Nobel Prize
No.
for the job or
No.
for the things.
To speak about this is to make difference. Our job is to be normalized, to be normal company in a normal world, in a normal society. In our city is not our company the only one who do like this. For example, in our company we are near 400 workers. 95-98% have disability, but physical and sensorial disabilities. But in our city there are 3 or 4 companies more who work with mental and intellectual disabilities, Down syndrome and different mental difficulties, okay? But all of them generate benefits in the company.
So all those companies are as successful or near successful to your company.
No,
They generate money
are
too.
successful because if not must to close the company. We are in the normal market. They must to demonstrate that they are better and cheaper than the
So
rest.
what I gather from this interview that it is possible to work with people with mental disabilities, physical disabilities, sensory disabilities, and it is still possible work with them and make money while working with these people. Well, that is amazing for many of the people and for me too, basically, Alfred.
I invite you and the rest of the people that visit to us because we are open to share how we do, and it's not casualty. We are there for 20 years now.
Well,
That means
Alfred, I would love to come and visit your company and visit the city you are working in. Plus, I would love to bring some municipal leaders or some administrative personnel, administrative people, to look into the work model or business model of your company,
of course.
and then take the example of it and then implement it in my own country or some other countries we work with in the future.
You will be welcome, and we can help in all that you need for to do a reality this, because we have, and it's normal. This is my message. To work, to have job the disabled people is a normality, is something normal in the society, are not strange people in the society, are normal people with a characteristic.
Well, the thing is, in this case, what I understand from what you say that disabled people do not have to be a burden on society. They could be a benefit. They could be beneficiaries for the society if they are organized in a rational and business-like model, I think. And this is what you are doing anyway. And your company is a good example of that work model or business model.
Yes,
Alfred.
because imagine if you have a secretary, you need a telephone and you need something. Then if you have a person with disability need another object or another thing, food, and that's all, where is the problem?
Okay.
This is the message. Where is the problem?
Well, Alfred, there is no problem with you, obviously, and with your company. Thank you, Alfred. Well, I think this interview was the best interview I had or I've seen in my whole life, Alfred. Thank you very much. What will you, lastly, what will you say for the disabled people on the Day of the Disabled, basically, World Day of the Disabled?
First, I must to say for the non-disabled people, especially for the politicians who can listen this interview, that is the first step in the politician place. Must to adapt the cities, because if you are disabled, you are at home and you don't have the possibility to use the public transport or to go in the streets or to go to your job, then why you need a job if you cannot go? The first step is in the society, in the politicians who must to create the conditions for the people, all the people stay in the society. And after, the people with disability is the first who must to believe that they can do things. Because I visit different countries and the people with disability say that they cannot do nothing. They can do something manual or like this. This is not true. The first is that you believe that you can do. And then when you believe, you can demonstrate that you will do. You understand? It's question of all the society. There is no two sides, disabled and non-disabled. We are together in the society. That means that all together can solve this characteristic. It's not a problem.
Thank you very much, Alfred.
You are welcome.
This was a great interview, and I enjoyed it a lot, and I learned a lot.
From Greece. I'm Katerina Yaskopoulou, and I am the coordinator of the project Integration Through Learning. And of course, I am the contact person of Elpida. Elpida is a parents association and established in Trikala before almost 20 years. Before these years, Elpida is a center of educating center, but now it is almost a center for free time. Means that the people who have problems, disabilities like body disabilities or mental disabilities, go there and have a free time with many workshops like handmade things, or prepare foods and sweets for the local communities. Some of them are volunteerism in other centers and help a young person with the same problems with them, or find things that will be useful for the local communities, like plants or other things. Now the aims of Elpida is to find resources for these people, of course in the local community, in the city, and pursue the major or other people who have money and who have strength to buy things or to have a building for them. What can we say about the day of the disabled people? We hope to have the chance of creativity like the other people and feel useful for the communities. So they find themselves, although they are disabled, because maybe we will be disabled too. Now, about Turkish partner now. We met Turkish partner through the integrational learning, through the project of integrational learning, when we are the Greek partner, and feel that we have many common things with them. Of course, under the umbrella of Erasmus Plus, we are all family, and we hope we have a new collaboration with the Turkish partner. Thank you.